Want to chat? Well, you're in luck. The Mick and Nick show is about to start. Oh, Nick! The Mick and Nick show is starting.
Oh, wait, let's go then.
Let's go!
Welcome to the Mick and Nick Show. It's great to have you join us. Nick, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to be talking about our spring break trips, then we talk about how we deal with burnout, and we end with a fun little game of guess what song.
Last week, I took a trip across the Atlantic Ocean to Italy. Let's take a look.
It's your girl, Michelle. Recently I went to Italy. I wanted to take you guys along with me. Come on. My first thought when landing in Rome was that it was much warmer than Oswego. After a short exploration of the hotel, I found a wonderful rooftop lounge and had a minute to bask in the sunlight. We then went to St. Peter's Basilica, where I got to revel in one of my favorite sculptures, La Pieta. The next day, we toured the Vatican Museum. My admiration for the artists who contributed to the art here can never be said enough. I'm glad I was able to be in the presence of the creation of Adam and the School of Athens. That night, we went to our first concert, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried when I heard the orchestra play. It has been a dream of mine to listen to an orchestra dressed up in fancy clothes at a fancy venue. This was when I realized that, wow, I'm actually in Italy. The next day, we went to the Roman Forum and the Pantheon. And let me just say, it felt like I was thrown back in time. I could see the Romans walking around, blissfully unaware that they were making history. On our last day in Rome, we went to the Galleria Borghese and the Colosseum. At the Colosseum, I could just hear the Roman crowds go wild. Our next stop was Florence. We took the train and got to see the countryside of Italy. When we arrived at our hotel, all of us were in awe at how beautiful it was. On our walk to the art gallery, we got to admire the Renaissance architecture. I thought it was interesting to see the less ornate details of the buildings. The art gallery we went to in Florence is called the Uffizi. This gallery was massive, and I wish I had time to look at everything. One of my favorite paintings is The Birth of Venus. I hope one day I can go back to each of these galleries and spend an entire day there learning about the art. After the Uffizi, we had some time to sightsee on our own. I was able to shop around and admire the sunset. On our walk back to the hotel, we ran into a street performer. He reminded me of the performers in New York City. We ended our night with a concert showcasing Beethoven, Mendelssohn, and Brahms. The pianist was amazing with his fast fingers and technique. I thought the conductor was also amazing and that her movements reflected the sound of the piece. Before going to bed, I was able to have a quiet moment on the balcony. Our last stop on our trip was the state water, Venice, a beautiful city with many bridges and no ramps. You see this video? In this video, you see excitement and wonder, hope. This next one right here, you don't see anyone in it. That's because by the time we arrived at the hotel, we were exhausted from walking around Venice with our luggage. Because the Vaporetto were so packed, we couldn't fit. So we walked and crossed 11 staircase bridges with our luggage. It was a pretty walk, though. That night, we had our last concert. It was my favorite out of the three. They were playing Mozart and I was captivated the whole time. I found it interesting that there were natural trumpets and valveless horns. I also found it thoroughly impressive that they went through an entire concert without a conductor. Instead, they followed the concertmaster. The next day, we visited our last gallery, Gallery della Accademia. I thought that the paintings were so lifelike I could jump into the canvas. This painting here tells an entire story from one end to the other, titled Scourge of the Serpents. Our last visit was to St. Mark's Basilica. Everything shone gold, and I had the honor of watching the 24-hour clock strike noon. Overall, this trip was eye-opening and life-changing. I got to spend it with wonderful people. I learned so much on this trip, and yes, we were able to ride the Vaporetta.
Wow, that was really interesting, Michelle. So, this week on WTOP, K-pop group Twice has been a force to reckon with in the month of March. Twice has recently made a comeback with their 12th EP, Ready to Be, with a title track called Set Me Free. The album features 5 new songs and English versions of Set Me Free and their English single Moonlight Sunrise. This comeback follows Twice's appearance at the Billboard Award where they won the Woman in Music Breakthrough Award. Yesterday, fans of Twice were patiently waiting to get their tickets for the North American leg of the Ready to Be tour. If you were one of those unlucky fans who didn't get a ticket, don't worry because it was announced today that 3 more show dates have been added. These additional locations will be Oakland, Houston, and Chicago.
In other news, a Florida animal shelter will hold an adoption event for their longest staying resident. He is a mixed breed dog who happens to also be named Nicholas. This playful pup is a 3-year-old mixed breed pup. He gets along great with people, but not other dogs. He has unfortunately been impounded by the Orange County Animal Services for 94 days. A probable reason of why he has not been adopted is because mixed breeds are not as desirable as purebreds. To encourage people to adopt Nick, Orange County Animal Shelter is holding a Pick Nick event in where the energetic canine will be uncaged and free to roam the yard. After this Saturday, Nick will hopefully be able to find his forever home.
Coming up, we'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
Awesome.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Today, we are joined today by Molly DeMarco and Megan Donnelly. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourself, such as your majors and interests?
Okay. Hi, my name is Molly DeMarco. I am a music major and a history minor. I am president of Vocal Effect. It's a student-run show choir on campus. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Megan Donnelly. I'm a psychology and music double major with a minor in expressive arts therapy. I'm president of Ubiquitous Psi and the Harry Potter Club on campus, and I'm also treasurer of State Singers.
It's great to have you guys on here with us. Let's get right on to the disclaimers. Heavy topics such as trauma and deep emotions will be discussed in this segment of the show. Some topics may be easily triggering and may be hard to listen to. The answers to the question of the day pertain to our experiences only. Please listen to our experiences with an open mind and leave your judgments behind. This is a safe space.
We find it very important to delve into these topics because we want to spread awareness about the importance of healing and mental health. We are not licensed therapists, nor studying to be ones. Therefore, if you feel called to ask for professional help, please visit the Mary Walker Health Center on campus to speak with a counselor. You are never alone. So the question of today is, how do you deal with burnout?
And to answer that question, we're going to be painting on mini canvases with acrylic paints and some water and paint brushes. So join along if you want. How do you guys deal with burnout?
I deal with burnout by recognizing my emotions. Like every day I have this app where I, think about how I'm feeling, and if I'm not feeling that great, I let myself feel it. I have a cry, I have the emotional experience, and validating myself allows me to, feel it and move on and get to what I have to do.
Validation is a huge part. I kind of struggle with it, just recognizing certain emotions, but going through it and letting myself feel those emotions, I feel like our generation has been accidentally taught that to hide our emotions, to push them down, to keep working through it. So it was kind of a battle to unlearn that. And for burnout, I still go through it. I was telling you guys earlier, I am going through it right now. Ever since last month, it's just, I felt like I've been going. Then we went to Italy. Then we came back to school. And I'm like, okay. So to help out, I just, talk it out and do art therapy, music therapy. And and just feel it out, kind of ride the wave, Yeah.
Megan and I, we were talking about this earlier. One thing that we do is reward ourselves. I reward myself by buying myself a plant because I love plants, but it's also because if my day is going I'm giving a plant life and I'm giving a plant meaning if I feel that I'm not giving anyone meaning at the moment. So it helps me put some positivity into the world if I am feeling a little negative. So I like that a lot.
Mick, how about you?
For me, I usually, I like playing video games, so usually being surrounded by friends playing games, that's nice for me, a way for me to kind of relax, deal with that burnout, because as I said before, I'm a meteorology major, STEM, it gets hard sometimes, and so being able to have that nice little, network of people that you can talk to, trust, and just have fun with is a nice little balance that I can have.
Yeah, and one thing I have to pay attention to is it's good to feel out your feelings, take some time for yourself, but also to make sure that you don't let those emotions overcome you to where you don't do anything, if that makes sense. You could slip into a depression and just not want to leave your room for how many days. Sometimes it's so easy to succumb to that.
No, I totally agree. For me, it's, sometimes, especially since we're in dorms, that bed's right next to you, so it's tempting, but, just ride that wave, you know.
Trust.
Yeah. A lot of that has to do with learning how to say no to things,
Mm-hmm.
learning what things have to take up your time, and learning when you need to take a step back and be like, genuinely, I can't do this, and I need help from somebody else to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Especially student orgs, classes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of responsibility on top of just like social situations and family. Like you have a lot of priorities, and you're not replaceable in your family, but you're replaceable in certain orgs, you know?
Oh, that is a great way of putting it.
Yeah, and like you as a person, not replaceable in any means,
Oh,
but in
yeah.
terms of like position, I always think to myself, like, if I can't do it right now, that's okay, because someone will be able to help me out, you know, asking for help, which is sometimes I don't want to do, and like it's also another thing I'm working on. But like in terms of what you were saying on adding too much on our plate, I feel like a lot of us also do that.
I mean, we're all in music groups, so we definitely we have other stuff outside. We all take voice lessons or piano lessons, and
So much
you know, we got to balance out all these different things. And that's also a nice thing about it, though, is we're in these groups where, you know, we're all sharing the same thing. Like, I'm stage singers with Molly and Megan. We're all working towards a common goal, and that helps me keep motivated a bit, you know, especially seeing the progress over, like, the semester.
For me, when I think about how stressed sometimes my music major makes me, it can actually, music itself can make me feel better. So when we do sing in vocal effects, and it's a good time for those a few hours of rehearsals. I forget about all the work I have to do and all of the because sometimes I don't want to be tested on music.
You know.
And for vocal effect, we're not testing.
And it feels rewarding in a sense, because, you know, we're the ones that, me and Molly, we're both DCs. We teach some music, and, you know, it feels rewarding to kind of go in there and, like, see that our efforts are being recognized and that everyone's having fun.
Yeah, especially last year, I always talk about it. We did "You Will Be Found" from Dear Evan Hansen, and everyone, even if they didn't love the song, it was so powerful. I
remember that was my first semester in the group. That's definitely one of my favorite songs we've ever done.
Yeah. Music definitely helps, like, give you an outlet, you know. And I don't usually like sing, but I'll listen to like sad music if I need to. It's like it's so cathartic, I think that's the word. And like it helps you feel seen in your emotions. Like someone else has experienced this as well, and you're not alone. And like it sometimes, like, the world is so big, you feel so alone, if that makes sense. And like I forget who mentioned it. In our Italy class, someone I remember. Someone said that it made her feel really small, right? All the places we went to.
Oh, they were huge though.
Yeah,
the stores.
Oh yeah.
Big doors.
And even though like the places in Italy were very narrow, it was the Pantheon was huge. And it just reminded me how small we can be and how insignificant our actions can be. And like that could be twisted into a negative way, but in a positive way, it just shows, like, you know, that a bit embarrassing moment that you keep thinking about 2 weeks ago doesn't matter.
That's a very good strategy for moving on from mistakes. Like, the mistakes you make, they make you a better person. You don't have to dwell on them.
I remember on the plane, on the way there, and I get like this every time I go on planes, and I just think, wow, the world is so huge. And I think of it as, if I make a difference, even in Sydney Oswego, you know, like that, we're part of like the whole world. I just feel so helpful, and I really appreciate what I can bring, what I can put out to the universe.
Yeah, you can be significant to someone.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the world. And I'm in it.
Oh, that was great. So, we're out of time for Real Talk, unfortunately. So, let's go on to our song of the week.
So, first off, my song of the week, it's by Mick. It's called Love Me Like This. It's the song that just came out. I love it so much. The album itself is so good.
Yeah. My song of the week is called... I forgot to write in the script. My song of the week is like a movie by Labyrinth. And Molly?
My song of the week is called Building a Ladder by Hiatus Coyote. I'm gonna hope that I said that right. I'm working on it right now, so.
And my song of the week is The Tango of Roxanne from the Moulin Rouge movie, specifically the Ewan McGregor version.
Nice. All right, so coming up, we're gonna guess that song.
Let's go.
Like an Italian tree.
I have.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to the Mick and Nick Show. After those hard topics, let's wind down with some fun games. Today we are playing Guess That Song.
Yes.
Michelle, how do we play this game?
So to play this game, it will be me and Molly versus you and Megan. We will take turns showing the other team a song lyric we picked out, and you guys will just have to guess a song. The theme is Disney songs. And we will do 5 rounds of this, or whenever we would have to end. And the winner gets bragging rights. So, yeah.
Serious. Well, I'll start off with mine first. So, for me, the lyrics are, when the wind's from the east and the sun's from the west and the sand in the glass is right, come on down, stop on by.
Oh, wait, I know this one. Oh, wow. Is it? Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
It's not from Belle, is it?
No, it's not.
Or, I mean, for you.
I'll give you...
Come on and stop on by.
Stop on by. Stop on by where?
To the Disney movie.
It's a Disney movie.
I'll give you guys 5 more seconds.
Can we get a hint?
Yeah. Do you want the movie name?
Sure.
Aladdin.
Oh, that makes sense. Arabian Nights.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't love Aladdin. I'm sorry.
All right. What's the next song? Alrighty. Let's get down to
Mulan. Sorry.
Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns, did they send me daughters when I asked for sons?
I'm so sorry. I jumped the
Hold
gun
on,
there.
What's the song?
It's
I'll make a man out
I'll
of
make
you.
a man out of
You
you.
did that back in
I
high
started
school.
off easy, so you're
That
good.
was
You
too
got-
easy. Can't give him the win.
Okay, so next one is, it will pop up. There it is. Again, you're gone, off on a different path than mine. I'm left behind, wondering if I should follow you, had to go, and of course it's always fine. I probably could catch up with you tomorrow.
Now I know you're marching north, cause I am lost in the woods.
Yep.
That was so bad.
It's
Sorry.
from Into the Woods.
Frozen 2.
Oh, Frozen 2.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so bad with these.
Jonathan Groff.
What was the song name?
It's In the Woods.
Oh, Lost in
Yes.
the Woods. Gotcha.
Sorry.
Next one.
Next song, we have And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted, and at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new.
Tangled.
Mhm.
At last I see the light.
Yes, yes.
Next
See the
up,
light
we
from
have, where does it say you gotta live and die here? Where does it say a guy can't catch a break? Why should you only take what you've been given? Why should you spend your whole life living trapped where there ain't no future?
That's not, is that?
It's from a musical.
A musical?
A musical, Disney musical.
It's not High School Musical?
No.
Oh.
It's like an actual musical, like
Yes.
a Broadway musical.
It has,
Jeremy Jordan.
Yes, Jeremy Jordan. Lead.
Oh, wait.
And
Wait, Jeremy Jordan.
Jeremy Jordan.
He wasn't
something,
Into the Woods. He was in Newsies.
Yeah, Newsies.
That is from Newsies?
Yeah, what song from Newsies?
Oh, is it like Now's the Time to Seize It?
No.
I'm so sorry to every musical person out there ever. I promise.
It is.
I did the musical.
I did not.
Or like I watched it at least.
it's a place.
Yeah.
No.
I guess
Not
that's
Santa
really
Fe.
nice high.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice high notes.
Santa Fe. Okay.
I'm losing my voice, so
Yes.
that was not
You did well. Okay, what's the next song? Okay, yeah. Is there? Yep. Well, it goes to St. Louis, down to Missouri. Oklahoma City looks oh so pretty.
Is this Princess and the Frog?
Is it? No.
I don't think so. Wait.
Wait. What movie is it from?
You were right on the movie.
I was
it is
right.
Princess
From
Frog.
Is that the opening?
Is it almost there?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yes. They're winning. Yeah, I did it too easy.
It's okay.
What's the next one? Okay, I gotta say what's on my mind. Something about us doesn't seem right these days. Life keeps getting in the way. Whenever we try, somehow the plan is always rearranged.
I got to move on and be who I am. Why do you have to go? I gotta go my own way.
Yeah.
What's that from? What's the name of it? Gotta go my own way.
Yeah, you literally said
Vanessa
name.
Hudgens.
High School Musical 2.
Nice. But what about us?
Yeah. What about trust?
And I think we have one more, right?
No, you have one more.
Yeah,
so
I
you're
have one more.
next.
For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you. Each night we are apart.
Remember Me from Coco.
Yes.
Made me sob.
Oh,
Absolutely
I love
sob.
that movie.
So-
Watched it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one more, right?
I think we have 2 more actually.
I think
I
yeah,
have
one
one
each.
more.
Yeah, we do. So
Yes.
mine is, I believe we all have a soulmate, the chance for a perfect duet. I believe in hopeless devotion. I just haven't found it yet. But in my mind, I see the chick who is meant for me. She'll be someone who is lovely, someone wonderful and true.
Molly's ready.
The kind of boy that makes you smile even when you're feeling blue. Meant to be from Teen Beach Movie. I
Nice.
the movie.
Love the
Oh,
song.
I know she's out there.
Didn't they make a did they make a second one?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't talk about
It's not good.
Oh,
No.
oh, sorry. You don't.
Yeah. Kind of like Bruno, you know.
What's the last one?
Alrighty. Next song. This old town can slow you down, people taking the easy way, but I know exactly where I'm going. I'm getting closer and closer every day.
'Cause I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Yes.
From Princess and the Frog.
Yes.
Yes.
Way too easy
I know.
ones.
I feel like, did we repeat one?
I think we might have.
Well, no, because
No.
the last song was
The Oklahoma City one.
Yeah,
Was
but
it-
wasn't the Oklahoma
No,
City
yeah,
one
the-
from the opening song of Princess and the Frog?
I don't
No. Wait. Can you guys bring up that graphic again? The
I
one
know
after
that.
the Oklahoma City one. I think it was.
Oh, yeah, what was
I
the
think
song?
it
don't
was
think
not
it's Down in
almost
New
there.
Orleans.
It was the other one.
So then
Really?
we're
Down in New Orleans?
No, it was
Route
Route 66
66
for
for
Cars.
Cars.
I was trying to, you didn't know. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I gave you guys a hint for the future, but yes.
It's okay.
I know the backing score from Cars. No.
I don't know. Did we
Other
technically
than
get
Life
the
is a
point since
Highway.
you told us we were right?
Yeah, you know, so basically
That's fine. You guys are still winning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
It's okay.
I guess that's all for we're the winners.
Bragging
Megan?
rights.
Bragging
Yeah,
rights. Let's
bragging
go.
rights. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We went to Italy.
Yeah, we did. What'd you guys do over spring break?
I went to NESC, but that was
Love
a fun
it.
time.
I stayed here in Oswego, I did homework, and I slept, and I ate a quesadilla.
Love it.
Yes.
Well, that's all we have for today, folks.
If you need any help, feel free to call the number for counseling services at Mary Walker.
And tune in next time to the Mick and Nick Show. See ya.